Hey folks, Rob here. If you watched the Thanksgiving shooting video, you'll see that we took the Sccy DVG1 out again and put some rounds through it, and had pretty good luck. My sister had one little hiccup. I think she might have been limp wristed, and my nephew had one little hiccup, but just a failure to extract. And I don't know what brought that on. This is the first time ever shooting a herder's ammunition. But, and this is the new mag that they sent me, and I haven't really tried it much to see how it works, but we put some rounds through it today. So far, not terrible. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna clean this gun tonight and get it cleaned up, because it is rather dirty. I've shot it quite a bit, but without cleaning it. So we're gonna get it cleaned up, and to do that, always make sure your magazine out, check your chamber to make sure there's nothing in the barrel, and there's not. Lock your slide back, inspect your chamber. You know, this gun is empty and it is safe to clean. We'll take something and pop out our pin here. May have to have something a little bigger than that plastic. Pop your takedown pin out and take it out. You see the barrel just started sliding back. And then take it forward, point it in the safe direction, snap the trigger, release the trigger, and pull it off. So now you've got her down. You can see it's pretty dirty. So now you've got her down to her components. You take out your recoil spring, which is a dual captive recoil spring. Remove your barrel, and that's pretty well as far as you need to go to field strip and clean your Sccy DVG1. Now we're going to be using our new Huntpro. This is a rifle cleaning kit, but we're going to use it on a pistol, because why not? This hasn't been cleaned in a while, and the bore's pretty dirty, so I want to use some brushes on it to clean it out. So we're going to use our 30 caliber brush, which 9mm is technically 30 caliber. So we are going to, it is 357, so we're going to take our 30 caliber brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my rag up here, and I'm going to dip a little bit of hoppies on this brush, and then we're going to go through the barrel and just, now this is a 30 caliber brush, so it is slightly loose. It's not the tightest fit, but it will work. 35 caliber would have been better, and I probably have a 35 caliber brush here if I just look for it, or 38. But this is a rifle cleaning kit. This is for more 308, 30-06, and 22 rifle. But you know, it is a nice set, and it can be used for pistols. There's really, if you have a rifle cleaning kit, you have a pistol cleaning kit. You just have to use a little bit less of it. So we have run that down the bore and cleaned it good. I'm going to take a little hoppies here and my toothbrush. This is not my toothbrush. This is a old toothbrush of Macy's when she was a baby, and I've been using it for years to clean guns. When she got a new one, I snagged her old toothbrush, and I have been using this for many years. She was just a little girl when she started using this one. I think it might be Paw Patrol or something like that. It has little paw prints on it. But we're going to use that, and then we're going to wipe down our outside of her barrel and do that. And so I've scrubbed it out some with the bronze brush. So I am going to go ahead and use my real Avid 38 9mm 357 mop on it, just to clean out the rest of the barrel. So we'll go through. This does have a little bit of a bronze brush, but it don't fit very tight either. And if you've never seen these real Avid, you actually can close that up, and your ball comes through here, and that creates your handle. So you grab it here, and you can pull it through. Gives you a nice large handle to hold on to. And then just pop it back out, run it back through, reinsert it in the handle. These are really nice. I like these Real Avid kits. They come in several different calibers for pistol and rifle. Like I said, it creates a handle here. You get 2 fingers in it, wrap your hand around it, and pull her through. And that should have our barrel. Look at the polish I got on that feed ramp. I got a pretty good polish on it. And yes, she is clean. I don't know if you can see down through there, but we got a pretty good clean on her. So we're going to set our barrel aside. Then we're going to take our slide assembly here. And the same with it. Some hoppies on our brush. And we're just going to clean this up real good. Make sure you clean your breech face good. Now this kit did come with brushes, and I also have some other brushes over here that are really good for getting under these, in these sharp corners and under your extractor. So those are great for that, for doing your breech face and getting down into your slide rails. You can get right down in them and clean those slide rails out and under your extractor. But then I like to just take and wipe everything off. Look how dirty that was. You can see that that was extremely dirty. Look at the black on my rag. Extremely dirty little gun. I put several rounds through this since it's been cleaned. This gun has over 300 rounds through it now. We put another 50 tonight. And of those 50, we had the 2 little, because I shot a few magazines through it and didn't get to tape it because I didn't hit the button. I was trying to talk to everybody and make sure everything went smooth and everybody was safe, and so taping was a little bit harder than if it was just me. So there's our slide clean. Wipe off our rod. It don't need no maintenance. Wipe off our pin. I'm gonna take this. What did I do with that brush? What did I do? Guys, I would look. Well, right there it lays. Take that. It's got a little bit of crud in it. Wipe that crud out of that notch. Now let's clean our slide. It's our frame. I mean, it's not real bad. Our frame is not overly dirty. Not as bad as I thought it would be for the number of rounds it's got. Of course, this is a pretty simple little design, so there ain't a lot in there. Ain't a lot too clean. And we'll take our skinny brush, get down in our rails, and some of these smaller areas. Sometimes it's hard to get down in those little cracks and crannies and crevices and get one clean. So sometimes I like to take a rag and just take one of these little plastic, I guess they'd call them dental hooks or picks, and just get down in the places you can't really get to. Under my striker and back behind the disconnect or the striker. Here's your striker right here. Just get down in there and get as much gunk out as you can. I really want to like this little gun. I keep having great hope for it. I keep thinking, now, so far, with the one magazine, it has worked flawlessly. Now, the new magazine I just got is what we were shooting today, and I can't say it was flawless, but it was definitely 100% better than the previous magazine, the bad one. So, I may have to give him a call and just say, hey, I'm going to have another one, because I'm going to give it a few shots to break it in. So anyway, we've got that clean. So now we will just, we've cleaned our frame. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put me just a drop of oil, just a little bit of oil on my rails. It's not really a CLP. I'm going to put a little bit there. And then we're going to take our slide. And I always like to take and put one drop inside the slide rails and just let it kind of work its way up and down. So I'll put a drop in there. Reinsert our barrel. I always like to put a drop right here on the pivot. And reinstall our recoil spring, or guide rod, recoil spring, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you get it centered and down. So there's what she should look like. Now we're ready for reassembly. So to reassemble, slide your, now on the Scys, there's, especially some of the others, if you try to go back, sometimes the barrel wants to go back with it, and you can't line your hose up. I like to push down on the barrel and let the slide go down, because you have to pull this barrel forward. If the barrel goes back like this, or you try to pull out, I made mine when I first got it, didn't want to pull all the way. It was tough to pull all the way out. And first time I took it apart, I actually put the pin in front of the barrel. But you got to pull it out to where you can see this hole. You can see the back of the lug, and you can see the hole, and you can see the front of the lug. You want to make sure you got it right where, and that's about where it should be. It should be almost even back out with the end of your guide rod. Then you reinsert your pin and snap it in, and make sure you got nothing's binding. Just take a dry fire with it, make sure everything resets, and you are good. I like to take my magazine, just wipe it off with this rag that's not oily, but it's just clean your follower, any gunk that's on the top of your magazine, and reinsert it into your gun. And guys, we should be good to go with the Sccy for a few more rounds. And then I like to just take and wipe the whole gun down, get any excess oil or any gunk I left on it, and she's ready to shoot again. So there is our Sccy DVG1 cleaned and ready to go. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. YouTube, this was for maintenance only. There was no modifications done to this gun. It was cleaned, disassembled, cleaned, and put back together in its original form factor. So anyway guys, appreciate you watching. Until the next video, we'll see you guys later.